The LA Dodgers win in walk-off fashion in Sunday night's Game 2 of the NLCS. They beat the Chicago Cubs 4-1. Third baseman Justin Turner hit a 3-run home run in the bottom of the ninth inning, helping the Dodgers win and giving them a 2-0 lead in the best-of-7 series. CBS Sports writer Bill Reiter and the host of Reiter Than You, smiling today, is here to talk with me about this and a lot more. So, Bill, the baseball postseason is heating up. Now, the Cubs and Dodgers, they were close to the very end. It was exciting. But has this given you any indication of how the Cubs are going to do?
Yeah, it was a thrilling game, a heartbreaker for the Cubs. And by the way, it happened on the 29th anniversary of Kirk Gibson's epic limp to the plate and hit his own magical game-winning home run. So there's some good things in the universe for the Dodgers.
Some nice symbolism.
It is, but I'm not giving up on the Cubs yet. They were down 3-1 in the World Series last year to Cleveland. In the NLCS last year, before the World Series, they were down to the Dodgers. This is a team that has a lot of fight in them, a lot of grit. If I'm a Dodgers fan, I'm feeling good, but don't be overly confident just yet. A lot of baseball to go. All
right, now from the diamond to the gridiron, Packers quarterback Aaron Rodgers going down with a broken collarbone, and I understand this is a big deal not just for the Packers, but also for the NFL in general.
Yeah, it's an absolute bummer. He was probably playing the best quarterback of anybody in the game, and really the Packers, as good as they've been great. They rely on Aaron Rodgers more than any other quarterback, any other player. Without him, the Packers aren't the team we've grown accustomed to them being, which is an absolute contender. It's just a bummer to watch a team in their season be threatened by an injury to a guy like Aaron Rodgers.
And I guess folks are talking about who may replace him. What are the chances Tony Romo or even Colin Kaepernick get a call?
Well, I know our colleagues at CBS Sports hope it's not Tony Romo. He's too good in the broadcast booth. He's been killing the broadcast booth. But it's interesting. Like, it just depends sort of what Tony Romo wants to do. It's not that long ago he was one of the best QBs in the game. And Colin Kaepernick, certainly an interesting fit. Very good last year. 16 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. If you're desperate, if you need something, if something's going on, that could certainly be a guy you turn to. Okay,
speaking of Colin Kaepernick, outside of the sports realm, he filed a lawsuit against the NFL. Claiming collusion, team collusion, to keep him out. What is the NFL going to do about this?
Yeah, this is probably a big part of the reason it won't be Colin Kaepernick. Right. He is now engaged in a lawsuit with the NFL. So it's under the collective bargaining agreement, though Kaepernick has actually gotten his own counsel, his own attorneys to help him in the case. And part of the CBA states, the good news for Colin Kaepernick, he gets a arbitrator that he, the Players Association, and the NFL actually assign. So unlike some of these situations that are adjudicated by Roger Goodell, there's a quote-unquote impartial arbitrator. The bad news is to prove collusion, you have to prove that the NFL owners engaged in an actual conspiracy. You need to have documents, you need to have text messages, you need to have emails. It's very difficult for Colin Kaepernick to prove this, even if the allegations were true. And the NFL certainly is probably going to feel pretty confident they're in a strong position, regardless of what actually happened, to say to Colin Kaepernick through the process, sorry, but this is not collusion. You just aren't good enough.
And it could affect his hopes for getting on a team.
It certainly could. I mean, because there's a legal blackballed, right? The actual collusion is a legal term, but it's certainly true that he's not wildly popular in the NFL, that people aren't beating down a path to his home to sign him. And whether that's wrong or that's right, this isn't going to make it any easier for him to win over probably GMs he wants a job from.
All right, before you go, we have to talk about the Kansas City Chiefs, who were the last remaining undefeated team. It's only one loss, but they lost to the Steelers. What does this mean for Chiefs fans? They
looked really bad. Let's be honest. The game was at Arrowhead, and they looked awful. But they have really struggled, the Chiefs, against Pittsburgh the last couple years. Outside of Pittsburgh, they're one of the best teams in the NFL under Andy Reid. And a few weeks ago, the Steelers were the second most likely team, according to Las Vegas, to win the Super Bowl. So they've had their own sort of dysfunction and drama, but that's a good football team. I chalk it off to any given Sunday. You can lose or win, and this given Sunday, the Chiefs lost to a team that tends to have their number.
So not time to panic for Chiefs fans.
No panic button, Chiefs fans. No panic button.
Bill Reiter, thanks a lot.
You bet.